Yes.
Yes.
Sí. Sí. Algumas vezes.
Con mi primera novia.
Story of half my life, I would say, at some point, yeah.
Sí.
Of course.
Yes, I've been.
C'est arrivé, oui, oui.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I'm excited.
Okay, so, sorry, I have to ask you this. Have you ever been heartbroken?
Oh my god. Oh yeah. We're here because I've been heartbroken. A couple of times. It happens.
What inspired you to write this story?
Well, I went through another heartbreak. I went through another experience with a relationship, and then through the process of going over it and trying to cope with it and trying to understand it, I was writing, as usual. I've always been writing to cope with experiences that I've been having in my life. So I've always been doing this, and now I got the opportunity to actually transform that to the next step from journaling to an actual script. So this project came out of a relationship that I had, but it's not the relationship that you think. It's not a big breakup, 7-year relationship, or a divorce. It's the little ones. It was a 1-month situation that happened, and I was trying to understand what was that. It was really intense, and it was really important to me. So I decided to make something out of that, and by doing that, it was when I understood so many things about myself, about how I cope with things more than the writing, and how can I create things out of the experiences that I have in life. And I heard a quote the other day that said, I want to advertise things that I like in life. Like a bunch of my inspirations, they all come from real things. And for a while I thought that was like cheating or something. But now with this project, for example, I'm like, no, this makes sense because I can take things out of my life and actually transform them into good things. So this project is about the little things that happen in life and about how much we can learn from that. Sometimes even more than the big things. The big things are always going to be there. But what happens when you actually look at the little connection that you had that's not that little, and how much you can learn from you, how to deal with that.
Awesome. I love it. Now, tell me a little bit about what do you want the audience to take away from this story?
Well, first of all, I want the audience to feel understood. I want the audience to feel like they're not alone, that their little things also matter. Because sometimes, like, we go by life and these things happen and we're like, no, but it was just it's easy for someone to say like, oh, but it was just a month. Well, yeah, so what? I felt it, and I want the audience to feel validated by it, to feel like their stories also matter, and that they should validate their feelings. I think nowadays people see relationships as something so liquid. To just feel. Don't be scared of feeling. Yeah, we might take a stumble. We might get heartbroken. But there's so many good things that get when you break something. You can build something new. And I think these are the main messages that I want people to feel understood, and feel like they can feel, like they're allowed to feel whatever they're feeling, and just to give themselves to love. That is cheesy as it is, it's true. You have to, like, just let yourself feel,
That's so true.